So this right here is Halo Combat Evolved's most unreachable area. It's right at the beginning of the mission Assault on the Control Room, and there's a massive pit. Now my entire life I've wondered, is it actually possible to get to the bottom of this pit? And quite frankly, I have no idea. So, let's give it a shot! This grandiose pit features what looks to be some sort of energy column. At the top of this, there is a glass dome. But if you cascade your way down the actual shaft, what you'll find are 3 levitating rings. Even further than that, if you can drop about a mile down without dying, is the bottom of the pit. Now, I've never even been here, so I'm not sure what's down there. But what I do know is that it's basically impossible to reach. And the fog is so thick that you can't see what's down there. You can't even come close to seeing what's at the bottom. And to make matters worse, there's an open area just before this pit starts. The problem with this is, you spawn on a ledge that's hundreds of feet above this area. So even if you wanted to, there's not really a way to get down there with your player. In Halo CE, like all of the other games, fall timer exists, and after about 3 seconds of falling, you die. Even if you were to somehow find a way to eliminate fall timer, you still take fall damage in Halo CE. So the force of your impact hitting the floor is going to kill you instantly. So how were we going to do this? Well, we'd have to find a way to manipulate the game somehow. Remember when we did the Halo CE trick that one time?
Yeah, I mean last week.
So if you're not a longtime viewer of this channel or you're unfamiliar with the content that I've released, I pretty much never make videos about Halo Combat Evolved. In fact, the first video I ever uploaded about it was a couple of weeks ago. So going into this, I didn't really have a full idea of what we were going to be able to do. But I still wanted to make sure that we did this legit, so I turned off the Acrophobia skull. This skull eliminates death barriers and fall timer. Basically, it's cheating. And I don't do that on this channel. I like all of my videos and tricks and glitches, whatever you want to call them, to be replicable in any form of the game. Now there are some that are only possible with new skulls like Acrophobia, but I always make sure to put in the disclaimer that I am in fact using it. In this case, we weren't, which was going to make it about 1,000,000 times more difficult. Our first idea was to throw a frag grenade behind a Covenant plasma turret and see if a player in this could ride down to the lower ledges. The initial plan was to try and jungle jam our way down to the bottom of the pit. Dude, try throwing a grenade at me. I want to see... Say less.
That was perfect.
Say less. So our first attempt on this didn't work. Even if you're in this turret, it still applies fall timer. So if you fall too long, you die. Just throw a plasma grenade under me. We wanted to see the difference between using a plasma grenade and a frag grenade.
Alright, send me in space, Shilt. Shark show. Woo!
We quickly found out that it didn't really matter. You still die at roughly the same spot before you reach the pit every single time. Wow, you can fall really far distance in this. So almost immediately, we had run out of options to get to the bottom of this pit. This was the quickest we had ever closed and shut a potential trick. But then I noticed something. When you're flying in initially on the Pelican, both you and the other player in the back seat. For just a brief moment, there is a prompt to get back into the Pelican seat. But then I had a revelation. I extracted from deep in my brain a memory of being able to ride on the Pelican. If we could get both players to ride down all the way to the bottom of the pit, maybe we wouldn't have to do anything. So I restarted the mission and had both players tap the enter button as fast as possible. Now we're gonna have to try to ride a Pelican down. So in order to stay in this Pelican, we need to mash the whatever the get into vehicle button is for your prescribed layout. So right as the Pelican was pulling up on the platform and coming close to a stop, I started mashing my E button as fast as I possibly could. Because it's going to say, press E to enter vehicle or seat. And it actually worked successfully, but my brother was not able to pull it off. See you later. Regardless, this was the moment of truth. If I could just ride this Pelican all the way to the bottom of the pit, I would finally have an easy challenge. Okay, so in Halo CE Anniversary, so like the Xbox version of the game, Xbox 360, you were able to just kind of ride all the way down. And same as CE, but I don't know if this works. And I don't know if... We'll just see.
Who's driving this thing?
So at this point, we had a little bit of a problem. While we could ride the Pelican roughly down somewhere in the pit, I died. for whatever reason. But obviously one attempt wasn't good enough, so we ran this back to see, does this happen again? Okay, we have to restart the mission. So every time that you fail to get in the Pelican, you need to restart the mission. The first checkpoint is immediately after you get off the Pelican, so if you revert to that, you can't get back on it. I restarted the mission so that my brother and I could both be on this Pelican. I wanted to see if 2 players being in the passenger seat affected whether or not we die. Okay, press E really fast. Oh, shh. Oh, you failed. So my brother failed again, but this time I wanted to see if I could get out of the Pelican and land on one of the lower ledges. And I failed. Okay, I'm going to try to get out. Oh, and I died. On our third attempt, my brother finally managed to muster up the skill required to press the E button.
Bro, you ready to give it a shot? Yeah.
Oh, we actually both got in. We could now test to see whether or not having 2 players affected this Pelican's flight path.
Why are you standing up? Oh, you stand up when you throw a grenade. Look at this. Oh.
Don't throw up. Don't throw up. Oh, jeez. It is really hard to tell. Whoa. We found out that even with 2 players riding in the Pelican, we still were both dying. So in the next attempt, I had a different idea. I was going to get out of the Pelican and die so that hopefully I could spawn somewhere solid when the Pelican was cascading down the pit.
Look at me, guys. Now the Hilt show.
It's a great perspective of you. I don't know. Just get out now, I guess. Okay, I spawned here. Are you alive?
You make it? Oh, yeah, I'm alive. All right, we did it. I did not mean to fall down.
Oh, dude, those damn ledges, man. They're slanted, but they're not that slanted. So in any other Halo game, you could definitely stand that ledge 100%. But right there, dude, it's like insta-drops you.
Do you know what else was planted?
Don't say it.
What am I going to say? What am I going to say, Sam?
It starts with an R and ends in ism.
What?
Racism. Ah,
oh.
I died.
Something. Come on, anyone, please respond.
Dude, you just, look at this. You're just sitting there, holding in the same position when you're shooting.
I can't even look at you.
Yeah, I can't look at you either. Now I can.
You have a ammo. You're...
Get out!
You have unlimited ammo when you're in here. It's pretty cool.
Dude, do you think we can affect the Pelicans? The Pelican's flight path? Like, if I got out and, like, stuck it, it would be not... So the problem with this game is when you go upside down in a vehicle, you die. So fun fact, we're not dying because we're traveling too fast or because we're dying to fall timer or fall damage. We're dying because the Pelican is flipping upside down in the air past a vertical angle. For whatever reason, when the Pelican is upside down, the fall timer starts. Let's see what happens if we both just stay in here.
I think it's safe to say we're both going to die.
Nah, dude.
I'm a prophet, dude. I'm a prophet.
After about half an hour of doing this trick, nothing seemed to be working. We tried 1 player riding down in the Pelican, they died. We tried 2 players riding down in the Pelican, they both died. And then we had a few half-successful attempts trying to get on the ledges in the pit. But while things weren't looking up, I still wanted to try a few more attempts of getting to the lower ledges to see if we could jungle gym our way down somehow.
Whammo.
Alright, I'm getting out. I died immediately. Why?
Alright, I'm getting out. I didn't die immediately. I'm going to die. Yeah, I'm dead. The G-force is too much, man. I keep getting my head down.
Well, it's really hard to predict where the Pelican is when you're, like, looking vertically out of the back. So one of the biggest problems we kept running into is the physics of the Pelican. Now, these don't act like normal physics. Seriously, the Pelican almost has a G-force gravity that if you're going too fast, it's hard to look different directions. So I guess technically it does have normal physics, but not normal Halo physics. And because you're looking vertically out the back hatch of the Pelican as it's almost 90 degrees, it's really hard to tell where you're getting out and when. In addition to this, we unfortunately discovered that getting out of the Pelican while you're in the pit basically instant kills you half the time. Why do I keep dying immediately?
You're not as good as me. See? The Pelican flies the
There you are. Yeah,
oh, no!
How do we... Whoa, he's doing it! No, he's...
I jumped one time and I got it.
Although this attempt seemed like an abject failure, this was the furthest we had gotten down in the pit so far. The Pelican will often crash into rings, and sometimes a player will spawn on them. Now this hadn't happened before, but maybe if we could get to the lower rings, this would be our solution. I instructed my brother to quickly get out of the Pelican a little bit into its flight path. This is what had been done when we spawned in the rings the first time. We found out immediately that this method just wasn't consistent. This time, my brother didn't even spawn in.
Oh, it hit the ring. Get out
Falling.
now. Get out now.
Oh.
Because didn't work.
Wait, was I pretty close to the bottom?
Yeah, so I told you get out. I didn't think you'd die.
Wait, you actually hit me with a grenade?
No, I didn't do anything.
How was I so close to the bottom that time then? Is it not
I don't. It just flies where it flies.
Is it consistent or is it not consistent?
There's one singular Bungie employee that still controls these. do you remember that theory?
No, I've never heard of that before. But that's
You've never heard that?
Nah, tell me.
Yeah, it's like a theory when we were kids that Bungie employees controlled like Pelicans in this game. Which didn't make any sense.
We talked about this. This is like a thing amongst the community.
I think it was. I don't know. It's probably just us, but I'm gonna say it was a community because that sounds cooler. If we say the community, I guarantee there's gonna be like 5 people that say in the comments. Yeah, man, I remember that. I thought Bungie controlled the Pelican too.
Did you think the Pelican was controlled by Bungie when you were a kid? Please tell.
I'm gonna be mixing up RuneScape and Halo, but anyways.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that in my life, dude. Okay, what did you do last time that I made it so far to the bottom?
I didn't do anything. I just died. Here, I'll die again. Oh, that was quick.
So our entire objective depends on whether or not the Pelican flies in a consistent pattern each and every time. But this previous time, we had made it significantly further down the pit than previously. So there seemed to be some inconsistencies with where it would fly. At first, I thought my brother threw a grenade that somehow influenced the Pelican. And what did you do that time? Because all I did was sit in the Pelican. I didn't do anything. But didn't you jump out at a certain point?
Maybe.
In trying to figure out the consistency of this Pelican,
there we go again.
We found out almost the appropriate time to get out to spawn in one of the rings.
Oh, that's how I end up on. Oh, so if I jump out,
I
spawn on top of the rings.
My brother was able to spawn in it once more. Now it was just down to perfecting the exact time that we need to get out.
Everyone needs to know about Bungie controlling the Pelican, man.
Did you think that Bungie controlled the Pelican when you were a kid? Or is that some made-up fantasy? At this exact moment, my brother was able to replicate spawning on the ring once more. We finally had something to work with. Seems like I still... How long can he do it? How long can he do it? How long can he do it?
Ugh.
Oh, Dude, this is a fun game to play in and of itself. Although we had found a consistent way to get down the pit, there's a little problem with standing on this ring. It's moving quickly, and there's gaps. So in order to stay on it, you have to be consistently jumping and hitting the gaps. If not, you fall right through.
Wait for it. Watch this.
No.
I was gonna get on the edge there.
Now I gotta do it backwards.
Oh, you got on there. Nice.
Shit. So now that we knew that we could at least spawn on the ring consistently, we had to figure out where to go from here. We ran this back, trying to get on the ledges nearby. So get your boys, get your Pelican, and at least you can play the ring game and see who lasts the longest, and you can see, you know, who finishes.
Shut up, Gunnar!
We tried this a bunch more times, and we couldn't replicate getting on the ring again. We were back to square one. It wasn't looking good for us at this point. But then I had one final idea. What if I could throw grenades at this Pelican to influence its flight path so that it didn't go past vertical? Okay, I'm gonna go in CE now. Oh, whoa. Good idea, dude. What if we just throw a bunch of grenades in this pit and maybe one hits us? Dude, they're like cannons, bro. Dude, Bro, Master Chief has got a freaking cannon, bro.
Oh,
these grenades aren't going to fall nearly fast enough because they're going so high in the air. So at this point, we were on our last leg. If this didn't work, I don't know what was going to. But we had a problem. Master Chief throws absolute lasers. He throws grenades so far and so fast that they have no chance of actually getting to the Pelican before it gets down the pit. But we didn't want to give up just yet, so we at least gave it another try. Just throw them down the hole and see if, like, maybe one hits us or
down
something.
The hole.
Of course. Down in the hole! Sopranos. If you know, you know. If you know that show, you know that show. We are
what do you mean, Tone? What do you mean I lose weight, Tone? What I mean is stop looking at my f***ing car before you tip it over.
So we were at the end of the road here. The Shilt show officially ended with an uncompleted challenge. In doing some research, I was able to find that this is possible on the original version of the game. But there's only ever been one video about this on Halo MCC. Apparently this is broken for, I think, everyone on MCC. So it's pretty much not possible to do this unless we find another way. 7 years ago, General Heed tried to do the exact same thing. But he found the same exact thing that I found. The Pelican has a scripted flight path, and you can't get it down to the bottom of the pit. Now, I tried seeing if the Pelican's flight path would change whether or not I was in a different session, and whether or not I had a different player who was the party leader. 343 Industries' port of the game wasn't a match for CE. But despite this, I didn't care, because I had another revelation. If the Pelican acted as a normal vehicle, then it would have the properties of a normal vehicle. Well, hypothetically, if you can flip vehicles, couldn't you just get out and flip this in midair?
You want me to do an ollie on a Pelican?
Yeah, dude. Try it.
All right. Instant death.
Despite this instant failure, we already knew from doing this before that you could in fact get out of the Pelican. It was just a matter of getting out of the Pelican and seeing if hitting the flip button worked. Get out, do it.
10G whipping your head up.
Okay, I was able to flip it when I got out, so maybe we just need to wait. What I meant to say was, maybe we need to just wait a little bit longer in our descent to get out of the Pelican. All right, get out. Get out and try to do whatever you're... Get out! What are you doing?
I tried.
Did you try in the first 5 seconds I said it?
I missed the button a few times. Listen, dude.
Do it now. Do it now. At this point, my brother just was not having any successful attempts. So I decided that I was going to be the one to jump out of the Pelican and try to flip it in midair. From what it looked like, I was able to successfully flip it, but then it started lagging. So I decided to reset this because if in the case that we did make it, I didn't want a PowerPoint presentation getting all the way to the bottom. I think I might have stumbled upon, and this turned out to be a good decision because right as we finally had hope of making this, our connections lagged out and it ended the session. Right as I had a discovery. Every time, bro. Okay, so when I flipped the Pelican, do not get out this time. I'm testing to see, I think maybe I can flip the Pelican when I get out. It'll change the whole trajectory of the Pelican and its collision path.
But I want to be close to you. I want to die together, brother.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, don't get out, don't get out.
We're going to be like, I hope I die surrounded by my family, men. Like, I hope I die killing a bunch of fouls.
Oh, okay. It looks like it did change its trajectory. Okay, we're in luck. Now that we had confirmation that flipping the Pelican in midair does in fact change its flight path, all that we needed to do was execute. We just needed to get one perfect flip while one person stayed in the Pelican that would ride all the way to the bottom of the pit without flipping over 90 degrees. Ooh, it's looking like it's flipping over.
I made it.
Wait, what?
I made it.
Are you alive? No, it's still falling!
Well, I'm in the Pelican. Oh, no.
Dude,
yeah, I was inside the Pelican.
Oh my god, dude, we have so much further to go than I thought.
Yeah, that's a lot further than I thought.
Dude, how did you do that? How did you stay in the Pelican? That was actually crazy.
I'm telling you, dude, I am the inventor of the Shilt show.
This guy used to stomp me when we first started playing Halo, like Halo 2. Alright, go. Alright, don't.
This thing go. That sounds like I have to do something.
Sorry. It's just falling really weird. Oh, it's like scraping the pole. It looks like you're close to the bottom.
That's what we thought last
Teammate
time.
moving too fast?
Here we go. Here we go. Yep, here we go.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, no, I fell through the front. Don't go through the front.
All right, focus up, focus up. It's going in. It's about to hit the... No, it's not. Wait, it might just go straight to the bottom. Oh, unless it flips over.
I'm going to live. I can feel it.
Oh, no, no, you got out too early.
I didn't get out. It flipped.
Okay, got you on a new path, brother.
Defend him with our dying breath.
Defend it with a dying breath.
Oh, the Pelican's like being weird. It's so upside down right now.
Okay.
I can't see it at all. Terrible angle. Oh, you're still going?
It's angle the dangle, man.
I threw some grenades at you for luck.
Wow, dude, this is... Whew. It's all fog and...
Oh, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Are you alive?
Yes.
Are you stuck in the Pelican?
No, I was riding it.
Oh, I made it! Oh my gosh, I did it all by myself!
Dude,
that was awesome!
No
I rode that down all the way. That was so sick. Alan, what the? Bro, are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, the joke's ruined. So, as soon as we got to the bottom of this pit, we just as soon had to do it again.
No, because that was legit, like, the most clutch I've ever done in my life.
I know, and I claimed it because I was the one who lived. It was like perfect. And then the connection lost, of course, at the exact moment we freaking make it down finally.
I was like, I'm telling you, Bungie controls that Pelican.
All right, guys, shut it down.
Shilt is last.
So we booted up Assault on the control room once more, and both of us were able to get in the Pelican. All we had to do was replicate our success from before, except this time I wanted to get a first-person perspective of what it looked like to get down there, while riding in the Pelican, of course. So my brother and I switched positions. He was going to get out of the Pelican early and flip it in midair. Now.
Did I flip it?
I'm not sure.
Well, I saw the button and I pressed it, so...
I mean, it looks to be going on a different path.
Maybe. Yeah, I think so. I think you're good.
I mean, I'm definitely living longer.
I'm definitely dying in midair.
This is what it looks like, an anniversary. I have no idea where I'm at.
Yeah, don't go in the first one, because it's just all fog.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you're gonna hit the bottom.
Boom! Second try. Your heroic efforts were for naught.
You literally didn't have to do anything. You just stayed in the Pelican.
Dude, what is this vectoring on the freaking CE or the anniversary graphics? There's like this. Do you see this weird line in the fog?
Bro, I literally can't see anything. If I turn on the old graphics, I can't see you.
No, I mean like the anniversary graphics, the new ones. Do you see this weird like black line?
Yeah, I see it. Is there a grunt down here?
Yeah, he's right here.
It's not a grunt.
Wait.
Oh, it is a grunt.
Is this like one we hit down here, or is this a...
Might be.
Why are there 3 plasma pistols? Oh my gosh,
really
it's like...
I really don't like this black line.
I don't like the black line, but dude, when you look up in the CE anniversary graphics, it looks sick.
Oh, I found the, wait a second. Where you at?
I'm coming. Whoa. You killed me.
What killed you, dude? What killed you? It's crazy,
Wait a minute.
dog.
Are there any other enemies down here?
Dude, I found a secret turret down here, bro.
I
Oh,
definitely didn't knock it in. I definitely didn't knock it in. See, because the turret makes me think.
If you did this, shut up. If you did this on the regular game, there's no point. You can't see anything.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's like insanely hard to see. What are these lights?
My lights. Don't go towards them, dude. Don't do it.
Oh, it's the Pelican. Dude, you can't even see the Pelican until you're right on it in the old graphics. That's crazy. What is flipping it gonna... Oh, wait. It's already flipped forward.
You know what? I'm gonna fly and watch this.
Can we move it?
Stop throwing grenades. I'm flying in the air, dog.
I'm a flying in the air. I'm a flying on my lasers.
I'm a fart.
Okay, so this is you.
Can I get back in? That's the question.
And this is the grunt. Okay, we need to see if this grunt exists here normally or like we hit it into this pit. Here.
Maybe the secret grunt the whole time was just some idiot.
Okay, don't throw any grenades at these guys. So we wanted to make sure that this grunt at the bottom of this pit actually belonged there. To do that, we threw no grenades at the grunts coming out of the entrance right at the beginning. Then, a few attempts later, we were able to get to the bottom of the pit again. Now that we had a formula, this wasn't actually that difficult. So if you wanted to try this yourself, you should be able to pull it off.
It's just riding the pole,
I'm tilting a lot though. I can't tell if I'm upside down. I can't move my... This is all I can do.
You're normal. You're gonna make it without doing anything. This is bull.
Nope.
Everything I struggled for.
That's life, buddy. Dude, it's so much longer down than you think.
You know, I've died like 40 times. I know how far down it is. Are you still stuck in it? Because that'd be hilarious.
I don't know. Okay, we gotta sort through the 500 dead bodies. Don't flip it yet. We gotta see if this little mystery grunt is still here.
Mystery guy hanging out.
So now that we were down here again, we had to scan the entire area to see if this grunt still existed. So here's a sped up version of us trying to search the entire perimeter.
I don't see a grunt down here, dog. Let's go into the circle a little bit. Mr. Bungee, hey, dude, look, dude, the Bungee employee's right there. I can see him. Dude, it's a Bungee employee, dude.
Well, guys, we thought there was a hidden grunt down here. Oh, well, there's a hidden Marine.
We found Mario O'Donnell. We found him.
Actually, this is the only place you would ever be able to see him, pretty much, right?
Sorry, didn't mean to do that. There's no grunt. But this is the bottom.
You cannot see this Marine at any point on this mission unless you are at the bottom of this pit. What does he look like in the anniversary graphics?
Sounds like you're reaching, bro.
It's kind of true, though.
Why did they get rid of the lights?
Like, did you know that there was actually a Marine in this? I had no idea.
I had no idea. No, because why would you know that? Because like, you're never gonna see it. In no point in the game you're gonna see that.
Dude, launch me all the way to the top.
All right.
Follow my beam.
Stop. I'm trying to launch you, idiot.
Dude, you killed us both.
You're stupid.